Hello, big wide world out there, and thank you once again today for joining me with your company. Now, today's video is something I've never done before. I've never done any unboxing. It's not something I'm going to get into on a regular basis, but I've got something interesting that I want to show you by unboxing them here and now today. I have well over 400 locomotives. I lost track at some point in trying to count them. But amongst those, 8 of them happen to be Ren locomotives. Now, Ren are very, very good. They're very well made. And I thought it'd be a nice bit of fun today to show you by unboxing all 8 of my Ren collection locomotives so far. Now, the first 2 I'm going to start with are not in their original boxes, but they are interesting, so check this out. Okay. The first one is this. As you can see, it's a mainline box. Now, when I saw this listing on eBay, where a lot of my stuff comes from, the guy had written that it was going to be in a mainline box, so fair enough. I was happy with that. I wasn't worried, I wasn't bothered about that. But what he had done, he'd taken some brilliant close-up photography of it, and he put them all on the listing, and there were excellent photos. A lot of sellers don't put good photos on, but these were absolutely brilliant. And as soon as I looked at them, I knew I wanted this loco. So let's get it out. Right, there she is in the box in all her glory, and I think you can already see what kind of condition this is in, but we're going to take a closer look. Nice and carefully does it. Get rid of that. Now, as you probably, a lot of you will already know this anyway, but this is the N2, which is the 062 wheel arrangement there. And if I just turn around, it's going to go upside down, but that doesn't matter. You can see the kind of condition. It is absolutely spotless. Now, Ren locomotives are really quite heavy, and they are very, very good. And I'm going to show you here now. Look at those wheels. Can you see how good they are? You might just see that I have run this locomotive, but I tell you what, there were no marks on the wheels. I would bet my bottom dollar this had never been run, and this is why as soon as I saw the good close-up photos I thought I'm having that. So I'll just show you the front and the back. There you go, get the angle right for the camera for you and the lighting. So again, you can see how good she is there. If I just carefully turn around so you can have a look at the back. Yep, it doesn't need any explaining. You can see itself, justifying itself. What a great piece of kit, and the price was spot on as well, so I have no complaints with this one at all. So there's your number 1. Number 2, here it is. Now, once again, like I said, the first 2, this being the second one, were not in the original boxes. Now, this one was in a box. It was kind of alright, but it left a little bit to be desired. So I've transferred it into one of these boxes that you can buy, like replacement model train, railway boxes, whatever. These are quite tough. They're quite strong, and they're quite thick. And as you can see, they've got the good lift-off lid like that. So if ever you want to get a new box, you can buy these replacement model railway boxes. So there go then. So right, there she is in all her glory. Well, Duchess of Hamilton in black LMS. What a machine. I mean, what can I say? What a machine. So carefully just lift out the tender, and again, I think you'll probably find, I'm pretty sure I can say this with hand on heart, that every one of these 8 Ren locomotives are mint, and I'm pretty sure I can say that. So we'll show you just a quick look underneath. I'm not going to dwell on everything, you know, there's no point in dwelling on everything. I'm just going to let you have a look at them, because there's something I'm going to do at the end of the video that I think you might find quite interesting, to say the least. Okay, there's the back, and we come round here. And obviously got the drawbar here, which is a metal one. It's solid, not a plastic one and wobbly like a lot of Hornby. Sorry, Hornby. Okay, there's the LMS tender. Beautiful. And then the loco itself, which absolutely weighs a ton. I mean, oh Christ. The reason they're so heavy, by the way, guys, for those of you who are not aware of these locomotives, it's purely and simply because they're made of cast. which makes them extremely heavy, and they've even got weight in them as well, and they've got a pretty massive motor. In fact, the motor in these is pretty much the same as the Hornby Double motor, so they really are damn heavy. So you can see all the valve gear there, look. That is lovely, look. She's a beautiful loco, Duchess of Hamilton. So again, you won't need much showing. I'm sure you'll see the quality, and I'm sure you'll see the condition. Again, barely a mark on the wheels. So yeah, other side, and then the front of her. Back at the camera right for you. So I'm looking at it backwards again, guys. It gets a bit confusing when you're looking at it upside down. But yeah, there we go. So show you the back. You'll see the motor magnet assembly there in the back. Yep, there it is. And they are lovely. They really are lovely. So there's nothing else I can say. You know, like I said to you on number one, all of these locomotives are going to speak for themselves. You can see they are without doubt immaculate. Right, carefully put her away into the tissue paper. There's your number two. Back soon. And of course that now brings us to number three here, and from now on these last six, they're all in their own original boxes. Now as you can see, it specifically says Wrenn Railways 0080 locomotive. Now I will mention something to you here. Back in 1969, Triang bought out Wrenn, or they got together, or whichever way you want to express it, amalgamated, whatever. And on the boxes stayed the same, the locomotive stayed exactly the same. The only difference was it used to say Triang Wrenn on here. And it's really strange because there's absolutely no difference in the models at all. They're just exactly the same. But when you see a given model in this box, Wrenn Railways, and then you see the exact same model in another box saying Triang Wrenn, don't get me wrong, they still fetch good money, but for some reason or other they don't fetch quite as much, and it's really silly because the locos are absolutely identical. It was just a company amalgamation. It was nothing to do with the quality of the product, but that's the way the world goes. Anyway, number three, here we go. So like I say, Wrenn Railways, a genuine original box. So we'll just move away from the last one, which was the Duchess class, which is a 462 of course, and we're going to move now to the Castle class. I'll just get this up and show you, and there she is, the beautiful Castle class. Now these are joined together. You can obviously take the bar off and take it out, but I might as well leave them together for the exercise here of showing you. So we'll just remove the bubble wrap packing and carefully lift the two out together like so. Oh hell, they're so heavy. Excuse me. So I'm going to try and just get it all in one go for you. Get me a position right, John. Here we go then. Right. So here we go then. 464, obviously, and of course it's Windsor Castle, which I'm sure you can read just there. And she's lovely, beautiful again. So along with the tender there, she's really lovely. Okay, so just carefully swing her over, move along the bottom section for you, and again, without wanting to sound repetitive, I'm sure you don't need telling what kind of condition it's in. You can see it. It's just perfect. There isn't another word. There isn't a better word. Perfect is the correct word. Obviously at the other side. Of course the valve gear on the Castle class is not so sophisticated, some of the Duchess and the City class, but it's there nevertheless. And again, there you go, the tender. So like I said a bit earlier, I'm not going to dwell on all the things like fittings and rivets and bells and whistles, you know. There's no point. I'm just showing you what they look like, because there is something, like I say, coming at the end of the video that I think you're going to enjoy, and we'll probably consider it a good bit of fun. Right, there's the back of the tender. If you look there inside the loco, you'll see that the motor is right to the back. Of course, obviously the Castle class is going to be much shorter, so the motor is sitting there right on the very back. Look, I suppose in a way it's kind of slightly ugly, but at the end of the day it's certainly nothing to worry about, and it's very livable with. So there's the front of a look. There you go. So Windsor Castle. Put her back in the box, shall we? In its genuine box. Oh, get it in straight. Right, let's get the packing pieces back in. put her to sleep, put her to bed. Oh, come on, today. There you go. Lovely jubbly. Number 3, done. Bringing us to the halfway point of the unboxing of my 8 Ren locomotives that I've collected over time. I say this is the halfway point. I'm not going to keep dwelling on the boxes now, because all the boxes are exactly the same in length, they look exactly the same, they're printed the same, it's just the logos inside that are different. But I did forget to point out, just quite simply, you know, it says here, look, finely detailed die cast metal and plastic construction. There's not very little plastic on them though, I must say, fully guaranteed. And then the address, of course, is made in England here, look, by G&R Ren Limited, Bowers Croft, Basel and Essex, which is basically London here in the UK. But let's say the boxes all look the same now, so we'll just skip that bit, move on to this one. We're now going on to the beautiful City Class. Now this has always been one of my favourite locomotives, so you'll see now, there she is, City of London in beautiful BR Maroon, which of course is always a lovely colour to have. Now this one, although I made a mistake. When I say it's all of them were mint, that's a mistake, and that's my fault, I'm sorry. This one is very, very good. It's not mint, because I'll show you there's 1 or 2 slight blemishes, but it's nothing to shout about, mind. But okay, so first of all, look, check out the tender, the BR logo there, the decal. Okay, yeah, so normal, check underneath, you know, usual things, exactly the same. Solid tow bar, metal tow bar there. Drawbar, I should say. The back, yeah, everything spot on as normal. Yeah, everything normal. Just put that one back and get the loco out. Now, when I said there that it was in very good condition, it is. It's also heavy again. The only thing, it's got a slight bit of tarnishing. I don't know if you're actually going to see it, you know, to be honest with you, but it's got a slight bit of tarnishing on some of the valve gears, some of the connecting rods here, but it is very minimal. It is certainly very, very minimal. It's possibly not even going to show up, to be honest, but of course we've got the pretty significant valve gear there, again, being a City Class, and say City of London, which I'm sure is blatantly obvious there. And apart from slight dusting, and this one's definitely had a little bit more running, but again, there's still nothing on there to shout about, and she runs absolutely fine. She didn't actually run very well when I got her, but it's when I did some testing and whatnot, it was the magnet. She was completely and utterly nearly drained of all magnetism, so brought her back to life with the new magnetizer that I bought, and yeah, it's fine. And as it happens, the other thing that's wrong, now you might see this, you might not, I'll try and get it for you to have a look at. One of these wheels, if I can point it to you, that one there, it's got a split in it. I don't know if you're going to see it, but it's got a split in it. I have super glued it, and it's okay, it stays on, but I just need to get another wheel for that. But what I'll probably do is change all 4 of them for the silvered tired ones, because I think it will look better, and probably put some on the back here as well. But there you are. That's number 4, the halfway point. City of London. Put her back to bed carefully. Put it in there, put the tissue back in and cover her up. There we go. 4th one done with. Ba-bum. City of London. Right, we're now over the halfway hurdle and on the homeward run. Number 5, of course. Now, before I sort of do this, I've got to tell you something. I am by no means a professional photographer. I've actually had to learn how to do a lot of this. And in doing so, I found it better that I do 2 or 3 sections, put them on the computer, do the editing, and check everything in case I've made any mistakes. And sometimes I do, obviously. A human being will make mistakes. Now, in doing so, just now, on the last 2 sections, I've just spotted that I have called the Castle class a 464, which is utterly bloody stupid because it's a 460. I could maybe attribute that to the fact I've had a few tipples of whiskey by now, but I don't know why I said it, so I'm really sorry about that. The Castle class is a 460. Okay, fair enough. Apologies done. Okay then, so we're back onto this one then. Like I say, number 5, there's no, again, nothing on the box to talk about, so we'll make a start. But this time we're now on to the West Country class, and this is, well, they're all beautiful, aren't they? They're all beautiful locos, but you know what I mean. So here we go then, West Country class. This time it's green, obviously, BR green, and it's Dorchester. So as always, we'll pull a bit of the packing out, make it easier to take it out, and get the tender first. And again, same again, that's what you've just been seeing, just really nice. She's got the tired wheels on, look, silver tired wheels, which is what I should probably do to the City of London, like I just said. So yeah, everything again just as is, as normal, just pretty bog standard Wrenn tender. There you go. So again, no point on dwelling it, or everything's exactly the same. So yeah, so we'll put her back and then show you the loco. Right. Now this has got the I love the wheels on these. It's very much like the Battle of Britain class style wheels, as you can see there, and then reasonable valve gear. Yeah, it's reasonably complicated, sophisticated. And again, just show you around her. This one's definitely not had a lot of use. You can see here this one's driven on the back rather than in the middle, and obviously the others are driven from the conrods, which is nothing unusual about that anyway. It's all down to the length of the loco and how to fit the motor into it. So yeah, she's lovely, look. I've always been a fan of locomotives with blinkers, you know, smoke deflectors. I've always think it sets them off somewhat. So yeah, always been a fan of that. So a quick look at the rest of her. So there she is, the front, and of course, as always, the back. And again, the motor's quite close to the back on this. I mean, even though she's a 462, it's quite a short body length, which is why you can see the motor's virtually flush here with the top of the cab. But again, it's nothing that bothers me. It doesn't bother me at all. And these locomotives are well sought after, the Wrenn stuff, and it fetches good money, and people love them. And the reason they love them is because they're bloody well built. That's why they're incredibly well built. So there you go. There's Dorchester. West Country class. Put her away. Stick her in there. Put the gubbins back in. Put her to bed. Bum, 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 bum. So there you have number 5. Moving on now to number 6, we now have another city class. This time it's another LMS black. This time, oh, and we've got the paperwork with this one. In fact, I think I've got the paperwork for all of them. I think I've put it all in a safe place, but as you can see there, that's the kind of paperwork that comes with them, look. So yeah, very informative, and instructions and how to wire them and how to oil them. So pretty much the norm, you know, but it's nice to have all the original paperwork. Yeah, I generally keep a folder with all this, and I probably just haven't put that one into it, but as you can see, it's all there for, yep, instructions and oiling and servicing. Cool, yeah, lovely. But here's a loco. Again, it's not a lot of point in dwelling on everything, but the tender is pretty much the same as the other black LMS we saw. So, there it is. Again, everything to norm. Again, it's got the silvered wheels on this one, look, so I think that's definitely an added bonus, and I definitely needed to do that to City of London and its tender as well, but I've got plenty of wheels, so I'm sure I can sort that out. So yeah, everything is as it is normal, typical Wrenn tender, front and back, like that, like so. So yeah, lovely. Put her away, and then of course the loco, it speaks for itself. It's as heavy as hell. Again, and this time it's the beautiful city of Stoke. Oh, it's beautiful, look. Stoke-on-Trent, not too far from Nottingham, that isn't actually, about 40 miles away. Nottingham, of course, is where I am. So there you go, and again, the beautiful valve gear. And again, you'll see what I mean about those silvered tyres, look. Those are the ones that I want to put on to London. And again, I think the silvered there, yes, they are silvered there. So there she is, city of Stoke, Stoke-on-Trent. And this is another one, this is another perler, look. Perler. Nowhere on anything. Nothing whatsoever. She's an absolute corker. And I mean, I love all liveries really. I'm not a big sort of preference person. I like everything, pretty much so. But you don't see many in LMS black, so that means I've got a couple of these, which that makes them, you know, slightly more interesting. There again you can see the magnet assembly, and I've redone all these magnets. Of course they've all been serviced, so there you go. City of Stoke-on-Trent is your number 6 on the charts today. Stick her away, all the usual, pack it away, put that in there until I get round to put it in my folder. Oh, but I put those on under. Oh no, I got those. Put those in, and its cover, and there you have it. Number 6, Stoke-on-Trent. 2 to go. Well, yes, of course, we are on the last 2 now, and that brings us straight to this one, being number 7, which we'll just get straight onto, and we're back to another city class, 462, of course, and this time, ba-bum, City of Birmingham, and she's lovely. They're all lovely. Right, bit of packing out the way again. Remember to take the coupling covers off, John, and put them back. So, BR green. There's the tender. Yep. Lovely. Yep. As always. And those lovely silver tired wheels. There's the back end. Yep. There she is. And of course the front. And again, there's no point in dwelling on it and going over the same thing, because they're all the same. They all look the same basically, apart from the livery and the lengths occasionally and things like that. So there you go. And then the beautiful locomotive, City of Birmingham. This is a corker again. Oh guys, I can't begin to tell you how heavy these are. You know, you really wouldn't believe how heavy they are. And something I didn't mention, you know, the fact that they are so heavy, it makes some bloody good pullers. You cannot put some rakes on behind these, because they really dig into the rails. So that's yeah, there she is, City of Birmingham. Again, unblemished. Nothing, not a mark, nothing. And just look at those wheels, guys. In fact, I've only run this one once, just a test run, after servicing and remagnetising her. I mean, not that they actually need it, some of them, but it's no big deal to just do them while you're servicing them anyway. But my, she's an amazing look. She just looks, oh, she's succulent, incredible. And of course my favourite smoke deflectors again. Beautiful BR green, double chimney of course here. And as always with these long bodied ones, the magnet assembly is in there. Look at the back on the motor. I mean, oh man, they're just oh, I'm lost for words for some of these locos, I really am. And that's not the whiskey talking. I actually do really love them very much. So we will carefully put this back as it should be, with the buffer protector there, and a coupling protector on the tender, like so. Bit of pack in between, not that it really needs us, they don't go anywhere, but you know, just for the sake of doing it correctly. So there she is. Oh, beautiful city class again. Well, we're nearly there, guys. Number 8's coming up pretty much right now. So then, here we are at the end, number 8, the last of my Wrenn collection of locomotives. That's to date, of course, because obviously I'll probably buy more in time to come. But this last one, again, no point in dwelling on the box, so we'll just literally open her up. And I will tell you, you probably remember, if you've seen any of my other videos, don't get me wrong, I'm a massive British Railways fan, but I've never been an out-and-out fan of the King George type class, you know, the fully streamlined ones like the King George and the Royal Scot things, because I don't know, there's just something about them that don't actually hit me that much. I'm actually more of a fan of American streamlining, which you probably will know if you've seen one or two of my other videos where I've touched on this point before. But I have to say, I do have a real soft spot for the A4, and this is why I've left this one till last, because she literally is an A4, and this time it's Golden Eagle, and wow. Now I'm going to show you the loco first, and there's a reason why, and I'll get to that when we get to the tender. So let's just have a look at the loco once more. There she is, everybody. Oh, come on. It almost takes your breath away, guys. It really does. I know it does me. I mean, and don't get me wrong, this is not the whiskey talking. Yes, I've had a few tipples, but you know, I'm okay. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. Apart from 464s, which should be 460s. Sorry about that, I just thought I'd throw that one in. But again, look, seriously, you know, it's just immaculate. Oh, come on. It's just, oh, I get lost for words sometimes, you know. You sort of get a bit cheesed off with saying the same words like gorgeous and beautiful. But, you know, to a point, you run out of what else to say. You know, how can you fault this? I mean, how can anybody fault that? It is super duper beautiful. It really is. Excuse me. And again, the motor assembly with the magnet there. Now, the reason I've left the tender till afterwards is because there's something strange here. Now, I've been showing you all the tenders through and through, and like I said, they are pretty much the same. You know, it's just different liveries. Sometimes you get slightly different length, blah blah blah, different shapes to where the coal goes, blah blah blah. But this one, now, obviously, it matches perfectly. The colour's spot on. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. It's an LNER tender, which is obvious. But get this. Now, this is interesting because in the tender, I'll just tip it. It says in there, built by Hornby. There, but the wheels are not the same as what's on the Hornby A4 tenders. They are definitely Wrenn wheels. They're not the Hornby ones. And I think that this must have been at a turning point, even though it doesn't say Triang on the box or anything like that, it doesn't say Hornby or anything. I think this must be a turning point where maybe stocks were dwindling because the amalgamation with Wrenn ran from 69 to 71, if I've got that right. I'm fairly sure I have. So, and then it went to simply Hornby Railways, and the Wrenn thing just disappeared, basically. So I can only suspect that this may have been a production run that was nearing the end and there was no A4 tenders left, and they ended up using a Hornby one, which I don't know. I don't have a problem with that, but I just thought it'd be worth pointing it out to you. It's a Hornby tender without a shadow of a doubt. Absolutely. And it's got the, well, a plastic hook there, plastic hole, so there you go. So we'll put that back and call that our day. So there's the most beautiful golden eagle A4. Get that to go back down. Yes. There you have it, folks. That's all 8, but it's not quite the end of the video, because you've heard me say a couple of times through this video that when we get to the end, we're going to have a bit of fun. And we are. Now for me it's going to take a few minutes to set up, but for you it'll just be a couple of seconds, so don't you go anywhere. In order to turn this end section into the bit of fun what I've been telling you about a couple of times through the video, we need your help. Now you'll notice I've just used the term we, and I need to explain to you first a little bit of a story. Okay. Those of you who already visit my channel regularly will know that a couple of months or so ago I met a fellow YouTuber named Sam, who also lives in Nottingham. We got together and we've started doing videos together, collaborating together. Now the thing is, Sam is new school and I'm old school, and the two of us together really seem to hit it off really well, and we come up with some great ideas, new ideas and old ideas all put together. And we had an idea about this video where you can help us. Now for those of you who didn't know that story about me and Sam getting together, or should I say Sam and I, to be English, blah 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 blah, then obviously you know now. So Sam and I do get together quite regularly. Now because he's at college, it tends to be a Wednesday afternoon and then through into the late evening of Wednesday. That's pretty much the only time he's got to spare. So he was with me today, which was a Wednesday, and we've been tidying up loads of locomotives and stock and coaches and basically putting things together. So I'm beginning to get my head around a bit more where everything is, because it was sort of getting a bit out of hand. But he's helped me today with that, and that's been great. But that means it won't be here again till next week, next Wednesday. So here's the plan. You've now seen all 8 of these Ren Locos. I'm going to take the camera off the tripod in a second, and I'm going to recap them with you. And when we've done that, what Sam and I want you guys to do, we want you to tell us exactly what rolling stock, be it goods or, you know, or passenger, whichever, doesn't matter. We'd like you to tell us which rolling stock you'd like to see these 8 Ren Locos pull in, and whatever your answers are, we'll try our best to do them. You need to give us this challenge, and what we will do next Wednesday, we will start putting them together. If we don't get it finished on that Wednesday, we'll certainly get it finished the one after, but we'll certainly try to get it all done in the one day. So come on guys, you need to tell us now what you'd like to see these locomotives pull in. So then, in order of appearance, the first one you saw was the N2, the 062 in LNER, just there. Okay, second up we saw the Duchess class, Duchess of Hamilton 462, which is there in LMS black, so there she is. The third we saw the Castle class Windsor Castle, which I called a 464, which was stupid because she's a 460, so sorry about that again. So there she is, that's your number 3. Then on to number 4, we saw the first of the City class, City of London, being a 462 in BR Maroon. There she is. Fifth, we moved to the West Country class here with Dorchester, which is another 462. There she is in BR Green. Then we moved back to another City class, and again in BR Black. Oh sorry, LMS Black, I apologise. This time she's got the smoke deflectors on, whereas the Duchess of Hamilton didn't have them. So that's the LMS Black there. Next up we had, get it right, let's get it into frame for you. Next up we had City of Birmingham here. There she is in BR Green. And then finally we have the A4 Golden Eagle there. Gorgeous as she is. And that was your 8 locomotives. So now guys, I've noticed some of the comments have been dropping off. Maybe you're all busy, probably. I'm sure you probably are. But the thumbs up have been good, so I'm certainly not going to complain. I would never complain. But we're going to give you a chance to get involved with us here. And we need you to tell us now what rolling stock, whichever it may be, it's entirely up to you, what rolling stock to start putting on these locomotives next Wednesday. And whatever you come up with, you may even want to tell us to put the locomotives on pulling them backwards. The decision is entirely yours. So from me, and from Sam, who's not with me tonight, but he knows all about this little plot, then it's good night, God bless, take care of yourselves and each other. Please be good, and please be in good health, and we look forward to your comments to tell us what you want to see on this video. Good night everybody, bye.